Stu here with Raid, Shadow Legends, and Davy Jones right here, Squidward. So this is Candraphon, and I've always wondered how hard he can hit. If you have a Duchess Lilitu, you come in, you give him Veil, you give him increased attack. It basically covers this move right here that he has. Right here, this move is a 5-turn cooldown. It puts a perfect Veil on him. It does an increased attack on him, but that's it. Nothing else. Now, I think they started bringing out champions after this guy that had a component on here where it said increase your turn meter by 50%, 70%. This would be a perfect champion to have something like this on. Yeah, you want to buff up, but you don't want to be that slow. Like, you want to come back around faster. To waste your whole entire turn doing this move right here that I know a Duchess Lilitu can do, but of course, she's pretty much the only one that can do that, right? They can give us the Veil that we need. They can give us the increased attack that we need, and pretty much make this not even needed, right? We don't even need its ability, but they should really do an extra turn on this, or at least give us a 70% increase in turn meter so that it comes around for his turn much quicker. Sure, when we're under Veil, he does 40% additional damage. If you've ever played Brachus or anybody like that comes back to life, does additional damage, this is Brachus, does additional damage like that, 40% additional damage, it's huge. Like, the amount of damage is big, very, very big. But for him, it's going to be even bigger because we're going to see it on an AoE, which I'm sure hits hard, so on a 3-turn cooldown. And if you kill anybody with this AoE resets, right? Get an extra turn and reset the cooldown. I'm sorry, you just get an extra turn. You reset the cooldown on this move right here, which this move, again, is pretty garbage right now. I mean, if this move, and this would go really well together, if this move had a 70% turn meter increase added to it, like some of the new champions they have out there, where they give them a turn meter increase when they do buffs like this, that way they get back around to their turn faster. Just think, get an extra turn, reset the cooldown of this move. So that would mean this is on a 2-turn cooldown, right? Because we reset, we get an extra turn. Now we do this move, we increase his attack, we give him perfect Veil again, and we give him a turn meter increase of 50 to 70%. So he's coming back around again to this move again because he killed somebody with it. That would be pretty smooth. Plus, this one for a legendary champion places an extra hit if the target is under an increased attack buff. For a legendary champion, you really shouldn't have to worry about the target having an increased attack buff. You should maybe just put it to where he has an increased attack buff. He'll do additional damage because, I mean, that's really his job, right? He's got no other job but to do damage. That's really his gig, right? Do damage, that's it. And I'm all for that, especially if you could do extra damage if he's under an increased attack. If you really hit super hard, maybe that'll help us out when we get to the bosses. That's something great for us to do because, yes, he'll help us in waves, and then he'll help us in bosses. Man, could you just imagine if they put the increased 70% turn meter boost right here? So you start off the game, boom, you cast this. All you need to fill is a 30% increased turn meter now because you get a 70% increased turn meter. You come back around, you do your big AoE, you kill somebody, so you get an extra turn. This drops to a 2-turn cooldown. You come over to this, you buff up. This drops this down to a 1-turn cooldown, so it should be off cooldown then. And it's just 30% more turn meter increase, and you're back to it. A lot of fun. And then if this was affected to him only having to have an increased attack on, well, he can do that for himself, especially if we change it to what I'm talking about. Then he's doing a lot more damage, which is great for us. Because on bosses, on anything else in the game, we can't really rely on somebody having an increased attack. We just can't. Even on waves, it's just not happening. This is very weird. This I would expect on something like a rare. Place an extra hit if the target is under an increased attack. This is a very weird requirement, and for a rare, that's pretty cool, because a rare might have a chance, one day somebody might have an increased attack, he's going to get an extra chance in there. Pretty cool. So increase your attack in Arena by 33%. This aura will probably never be used. They're not really used in Arena. We always go with some extra speed, because you go first. If you're last, you're dead. That's just the way it is. So here we go. We've got all these stats. Let's take them and see what kind of damage we can do in the dragon itself. Just to see, we're going to have Duchess buff us up, right? We're going to have increased. There we go. We did basically that one skill that he has. We already completed it, and we already get a decreased defense up. So now we're ready to go. We're not going to waste our time on this. This would waste our whole entire turn doing everything that we have right now. We know, of course, but we've got a 40% increase in damage right now. So let's go and see what we get. Boom, 80s and 30s. Okay, it's funny because I just did a Dark Elhain video, and she was hitting for 50. She was hitting for 50 with the same exact gear we have on right now. So it makes me wonder, like, how strong this guy is. Sure, he can be super savage. He can hit much harder than we have him right now. We know he can. But we're talking about waves and him hitting about 100K, right? We could get him up to 100K. We could probably get him up to 120K, but we had to have Duchess to do it. Otherwise, it would be him buffing himself, waiting to come around for another turn, and then doing it. So still a lot to be desired, right? A lot to be desired. They don't have increased attack up on these champions. I don't think anybody's going to have increased attack up when we fight them here, except for a Horden. I'm sorry. There is a Horden that will buff themselves up. So let's see. Nope. He buffed himself, so he's waiting a full entire turn. So this guy really, man, if he was reworked to what I was talking about, he would be a fun champion. There we go. We got a hit. And we did the AoE. We got a hit again. He's hitting relatively hard. I like it, but he could hit harder, right? He could hit 2 times that on his A1 if they had an increased attack, which really should be changed to him having an increased attack. Why not? It's not going to break him. It's not going to be crazy damage. There we go with his AoE again. Moderate. I'm not seeing crazy numbers. Then he wasn't under Veil, so we didn't get the 40% increase. Let's go over to Arena and see what it's all about. Again, this falls under a champion that's doing damage, but we can make all champions do damage. And now we're having to bring in a Duchess to really make him function well. If he could just be a straight damage dealer and really do the damage, then I'm all about it. Because then we can say, okay, we're going to have some fun with a guy that can do some serious damage. He can do it all on his own. He can get turns faster. He can decrease turns. He has a 70% chance to increase his turn meter after he does that buff. It all makes sense. And we'll show you another champion that can do that in a minute. Because Vala has that. It works out pretty well for her. I really didn't like seeing that in the beginning with her self buff, and then she had that increased turn meter. I was like, man, not another champion with a self buff where we have to waste a whole turn. But just that little bit of increased turn meter is helping Vala out a lot. And this guy's legendary, so hers is at 50. His could be at 70, and it would make a big difference. We're trying to find this guy right here. All right, let's go in here. We know we're faster than this team. We fought this team before to try out some things. So we're going to be in trouble if we increase turn meter here. I forgot we are up against this Torment. All right, let's do it anyways. We're going to have to bring in Duchess. All right, we're back out. We're wasting more of Shinobi's arena tokens. I'm sorry, buddy. Sorry about that. All right, we're going to bring in Duchess to give us coverage from this Torment. And then we're going to see how much we can hit for. Where are you, Duchess? I saw you earlier. Please let me find you in a normal amount of time. Please, oh please. Where are you? Where are these champs? I can never find them. There she is. All right, we've got her, everybody. It's locked down now. Now we're going to go back to this Arbiter, and we have it set up. All right, let's go in there and see what we can do. Now obviously we did pretty good damage on the waves. We should do really good damage against other champions in Arena. It's faster than the Duchess. Okay, it's all right. Okay, here we go. AoE time. We don't have a decreased defense on them, so what can we do about it? That's it. We got one. We didn't have a decreased defense. We would have done a lot more. Obviously, Rotos, we can only do half his max HP in one hit, so we're no good there. So Candraphon, what is he good for? He's good for getting destroyed by Rotos taking 100 turns in a row. There we go. Rotos, the unbelievable. There he went with Torment, the other unbelievable. Wow. Okay, let's roll this back. Let's try to find a team that does not have a team that we can outspeed, that doesn't have, we're going to refresh, that doesn't have a Torment and that we can outspeed. That is going to be super hard. Nope, we found one. No, he's got a Torment. Okay, we should no, we're not going to. They got a Lysandra lead. It's going to take us down. Right. Okay, all right. We're turn meter provoked. Oh man, Shinobi, I gotta work on getting your speed up, man. We gotta grind some gear and we gotta get you up over 300. We gotta get all your speeds for your speed increase champions over 300 for sure. Otherwise, we are not gonna be able to make it here. They're gonna same old teams. There is just nothing we can face. Wow. Maybe this one. Maybe we'll have some better luck here. Yeah, they might go first, but maybe we can drop everything and then get our chance to shine. Nope. Nope, we can't. No, we cannot. There we go. Yep, get him, and dead again. Wow. Okay. So we're not fast enough to show you guys, but we did see it earlier. He just doesn't have a place, right? He doesn't have a place in Arena. He doesn't have a place in Dungeons. There's just... I can't see him anywhere. Let's look at what gear I have on him so you know we're trying to put out some damage, and that'll be it. That's Candraphon. Again, man, if they could change him the way I'm talking about, I'm all excited about it. Like I have some control over the game. Like he could be super amazing. Then we've got him in Cruel gear, right? And we've got him set up to do 100% crit, 200% critical damage, and that's really it. Then we've got masteries to do some more. We don't have Helm Smasher on him. We could change to that to try to get the proc on Helm Smasher to do more damage, maybe if we wanted to. Of course, who else was it? Oh yeah, we're going to look over here at Vala, Barbarians, and see what I'm talking about. So we've got a couple other champions out there that do this right now. It is it this one? Yeah, places a shield buff, right? Places a shield buff on the champion for 3 turns equal to 20% of their max HP. Also places an increased defense and fills the champion's turn meter by 50%. So it comes back pretty fast. It actually is really, really nice. I really don't like this move here. It's kind of a waste of a turn, but it does make cooldowns go by faster because you're using a turn to do this, and you get your turn back faster. So if he had that at a 70% with everything else that he had, he would be a cool champion. Let me know your thoughts below. How do you think you would change Candraphon to make him better in the game, right? So we could actually use him for things, because as a straight damage dealer, he's just not there, right? He's not pulling it off with him wasting a whole turn doing this and then coming back and resetting it. So it's going to waste a whole turn again if we do actually kill somebody. And this requirement for a legendary, I think, is very, very out of place. Please let me know your thoughts. That is Candraphon. Thank you all so much for the support. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all on a video soon.